This is the Arthur Moat Show.
Man, Steeler football is officially back. Last night, Steelers had their first preseason game where they won 30-28 versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I must say, some guys really impressed me last night. First off, I got to talk about James Washington. He made the big leap in year 2. And some of the stuff that we talked about in terms of him showing that sophomore growth showed yesterday. He looked very confident with his hands. He jumped when he was supposed to jump. And overall, man, he just looked very poised out there. I was very impressed by that. Second, how could I not talk about Mr. 10th overall, Mr. Devin Bush? 10 tackles in his debut, had a huge 4th down stop, and had a PBU that should have been a pick 6. Overall, he looked phenomenal. He looked very confident. Coach Thomas spoke very highly of him as well. And I think this is only the tip of the iceberg for him, man. He's only going to continue to grow and get better as the preseason goes on. Next, the quarterbacks. All 3 of them I felt like did some really good things. We talk about Josh Dobbs. I think that he showed some good throws with his arm, especially early on. He had a nice pass to James Washington across the middle. Also, he showed his legs and that athletic ability that we talked about earlier this offseason as well. I think for him, he just has to continue with that accuracy, continue to keep getting better, and he's going to definitely have a ton of success. Mason Rudolph looked really good out there throwing the ball as well. I think that he showed poise. I think that he also leaned back on that Oklahoma State connection with him and James Washington. And ultimately, man, he moved really well and went through his progressions extremely well also. My other guy, Delvin Hodges, my 1AA guy. Got to show love to him, man. I think he came in there late in the game, did some really good things throwing the ball. I think that if he can continue to do that, he can get into this conversation a lot more for that quarterback position. Now, I do want to see him versus some of the better competition in terms of facing the second defenses and stuff like that. But overall, I think that he showed a really good performance yesterday. And last but certainly not least is my guy, Ulysses Gilbert. The late round draft pick, man, out of the MAC conference, came in there, flew around, made a ton of splash plays, couple tackles, 1.5 sacks, had the forced fumble, had the interception on the 2-point conversion attempt. Overall, he brought a ton of energy, and that's what you want to see from a late-round guy, a guy who's trying to make the team, a guy who's trying to make an impact and an impression on the coaches. I think he definitely did that, and it'll be interesting to see if he can bounce back and have another performance like that in week 2. But those are the guys who impressed me the most. Y'all let me know who impressed you the most, though. Comment down below, and let's have a discussion about this thing. But hey, I look forward to the next time, and until then, peace.